bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 11.
Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Toronto
shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and touchdown.
Mahomes pass complete to
Darius Slayton. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Mayfield on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
Mayfield's pass.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 6 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Mayfield.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Jaguars.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
For Colin Johnson.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass intended for Colin.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Number 30, Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And again, it's Mayfield. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. with it once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Thunderbirds 7, Jaguars 0.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because
this is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Colin Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Point is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 7.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
A gain of 26.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
What part of they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
52 for Mike, 52. Watch QB drop. Hurry. Mike 52.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Colin Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. On 2nd down, Eckler. This time a spin. And he spins past him and into space. 30. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 20. And what a big-time play there. And even 50 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
I'll give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And they rattle off a big one, and even 50 yards.
Toronto.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Caleb Chason
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
At their own 1-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Final play of the half. Mayfield flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Birds 10.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Pettis now on the return.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That one complete. He finds Shark. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
It's one of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A first down throw from Mayfield. And he'll let this one go deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 78 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it. Down pat, and I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Draw play. It's Eckler. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 37-yard line.
It's Eckler again. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. So the call stands as is. Not only is that the case, now you're out of challenges too.
Which means that if anything goes haywire and you look out and you want to get it corrected, you cannot unless it's within 2 minutes.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Intercepted.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
At the 45-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Watch the pass. 59 mark. Check, 59. He went it right. Check. Watch.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
He was brought down.
2nd and 11.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hurry! Big run. Chance.
Mayfield now. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
I'm coming after you.
On first down, Mahomes finds his tight end Ingram. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Complete to
It's a big play there. 41 yards.
First down, Thunderbirds.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, what a move. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Mahomes now to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, Mayfield. This is caught. Watkins. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. DeAndre Swift with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Toronto.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Jaguars. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 40. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Mayfield on 1st down. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
For another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield on the slant. This is Chark. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. Alert, 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 alert. Off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Check back, check back.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for DJ.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hurry, hurry. Lots 49. Twitch, twitch.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Catch made by Slayton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And again, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the 4-yard line.
One final try for Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when
they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay put for